So 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time.
Go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, enough credit to wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, they picked up really nice yardage.
Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the...
Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal.
Richmond. Tiger.
Here's Watson. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14 to 0. Carlson now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gone! All right, here we go. Green, 39! Green, 39! Leopard!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And the ball is knocked out. And this belongs to the Vikings.
We have seen this before, and you know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger. We got it, we got it, we got it.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, because the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And they'll run it here. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. Watson now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42. Two-yard line.
Three down. Tiger.
On second down, here's Watson. He completes it to Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And a gain there of 11 yards.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come back.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores. What? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit, Detroit.
Looking to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards on the play. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
No, check. Patriot. All right, here we go. 319. 319.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. 3-9.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. second down. Elliott down right around the 25. In on the stop, it was Dorrance Armstrong.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Danielle Hunter in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This one from 48 yards away. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And high fives for that one as that drive for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And now out comes Minnesota. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On first down, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cannon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Watson on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Watson on second down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Watson looks to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. On first down, it's Gurley. Running right through it. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. A gain of 39 that time.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Watson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Carlson now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going deep here for Landry. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Out now come the Vikings. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down.
But you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep in the switch, and now that the play's been completed, They've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Taco Charlton in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Target.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long field. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet.